I've been wanting to talk about psychic cords for a while. Energy cords, etheric cords. There's different names for them. But basically, if you don't know what they are energetic attachments to people that you've had relationships with, workplaces, life experiences. So basically, anytime you have a relationship with someone, so you think of them as like an umbilical cord. So when we are born, we have an umbilical cord attaching us to our mother. So it's kind of like that. So that's the physical umbilical cord. The energy cords are just like that. You just can't always physically see them. Some of us can, but some of us can't. And you don't always feel them and know actually what's happening when you have a cord issue. So you have energy cords that form as soon as a relationship begins. So if you have, say, a mentor and you have a relationship with this person, and then suddenly the relationship's over, either maybe you're finished with it, like your experience together is over. Sometimes those cords are still attached when the relationship ends, or you have a bad breakup with somebody and there could still actually be energetic cords attached, and so you're still connected to that person in an energetic way. So what happens is they go on about their life, you go on about your life, and there could still be something that's holding you together. So if they have a period where they feel down or they're sick or depressed or they have bad thoughts about you, you can feel that energetically, even though you don't know where it's coming from. You could have a day where you're just like, oh my God, I totally feel off. I feel like crap. I don't understand why. Or suddenly you're just mad and you don't know where it comes from. You could still be energetically attached to that person. Different geographical locations and different things like that. Energy is everything. So if you feel you may have an energetic cord to someone, say you're having a really hard time getting over someone or getting over the end of a job or something like that, you could have an energetic cord. And so there's ways to actually you can cut the cords. I prefer to dissolve them, to actually see them dissolving in a golden mist. That's just how I do it. I didn't always do it that way. I used to cut them. So in an energy session that I do, sometimes I see them. So somebody's having a really hard time and all of a sudden I'm seeing these cords, and I can see that they're attached to maybe the heart energy, or maybe they're attached to the sacral energy, and this person could be having physical problems in that area, like in the stomach area or in the heart area. And so seeing these cords gives us the empowerment to address it, so we can dissolve it. And if you think about your parents, you have positive cords attached to your parents, but you can also have negative cords. And so we leave the positive loving cords intact, and we dissolve the ones that bring you down. So the ones that you don't need to stay linked in that energetic vibration anymore. So in that case, you can dissolve them. So there are ways to do this, and I have this visualization that I like to do where you just basically sit with your eyes closed and you're using your third eye, just your imagination, and your eyes are closed and you're picturing someone. Maybe you know who you need to release, or maybe you don't know who you need to release, but you just imagine them sitting in front of you and you see the cord attached, and you notice where the cord is. And if you can't visualize, that's okay. You just kind of feel it out. Maybe you get a sensation in your body and that's how you know where the cord's attached. Either way, it doesn't actually matter if you know where the cord is or who it is. If you see a cord, or if you feel that you have an attachment to something that's not healthy. And by the way, you can also do this to substances. You might have an attachment to cigarettes or alcohol or some kind of bad habit, or and you can actually, maybe it's a food, maybe you have a hard time resisting French fries, and you really want to break that habit. You can actually see, if you close your eyes and visualize or feel out the French fry or like the habit, or an addiction to codependency or an addiction, like you can visualize that and see the cord attached from you to that experience, to that substance, to that person, and you just imagine this beautiful golden mist dissolving the cord. And so when you see the cord dissolving, you'll see the substance or the person or the experience falling away, and you'll feel different on your end as well. So we don't leave it there. We actually also include sending white and golden light to the void where that cord was. So you send it to the person, even if you feel like you hate this person or that person really hurt you. Sending white and golden light helps to heal the energy between you. Not to say you're supposed to be back in a relationship with these people, but it heals the energy and it closes the timeline so that you can move on free of that attachment. So you also want to send that golden and white mist to yourself and refill that void, that hole where the cord was. So it's a very freeing exercise to do. You can do this on your own. I sometimes guide people through it in my sessions and in meditations. And actually, I think I'll record a meditation and I will post it too. So I just wanted to talk about energy cords because a lot of people don't really know that they're carrying around other people's energy with them, and that it could be holding them back, it could be holding them down, it could be making them sick, could be making them depressed. So now that you have this knowledge, you can do this for yourself and see how you will feel once you release these cords, once you dissolve these energy cords.